Once a breathtaking oasis attracting visitors from around the world, the Dead Sea is now a shadow of its former self.
Could a mysterious red lagoon near the Dead Sea be a sign that the world is coming to an end? This shocking discovery in the heart of the Jordan Rift Valley has left locals and experts alike on edge.
Well, this was the place to be on the shores of the Dead Sea, particularly in the mid-1950s.
As ancient prophecies and strange phenomena collide. So what's been found in this lifeless sea? And why was this discovery thought to be an omen that the world was about to end? Stay tuned as we explore the horrifying, illogical discovery made in Jordan today. Body, the name Dead Sea might not sound particularly inviting, but this body of water is one of the most renowned in the world, often called a legendary source of healing due to its remarkable therapeutic properties. Located in the Mediterranean region, the Dead Sea lies within the vast African-Syrian Rift Valley, nestled between Jordan and Israel. Its primary water source is the Jordan River, which flows into the Dead Sea. Despite being surrounded by small, intermittent springs that create quicksand pits along its edges, these springs do not have outlet streams. Residents of Jordan and Israel experienced heightened alarm recently when a mysterious lagoon near the iconic Dead Sea underwent a dramatic transformation, taking on a striking and ominous blood-red hue. This unusual phenomenon raised concerns and captured the attention of both local communities and environmental experts alike. The Dead Sea, also known as the Salt Sea, is an endorheic lake, characterized by its unique property of retaining water without any outlet to external bodies of water, making it one of the saltiest bodies of water on the planet. Its high salinity creates a harsh environment that supports limited aquatic life. Although there are some minor springs that periodically feed into the Dead Sea, they do not have established drainage channels, which means that the primary source of water entering the lake is the Jordan River. This river, historically significant and vital to the region, has been facing reduced flow due to various climatic and human factors, further impacting the delicate balance of the Dead Sea's ecosystem. The lagoon's sudden color change, reminiscent of blood, sparked debates and inquiries into the underlying causes, with hypotheses ranging from natural mineral deposits to potential pollution. Scientists and environmentalists are closely monitoring the situation to better understand its implications for the surrounding areas and the broader environment. While perhaps not as widely recognized as the Dead Sea, the Jordan River plays a vital role in the geography and culture of the Middle East. Spanning approximately 251 kilometers, 156 miles, from its source near Mount Hermon in the north, to the southern tip where it empties into the hypersaline waters of the Dead Sea, this river is pivotal to the region's hydrology. It flows southward, passing majestically by the Sea of Galilee, a freshwater lake renowned for its historical and religious significance. The Jordan River is steeped in profound importance for followers of both Judaism and Christianity. According to biblical narrations, it was here that the Israelites, after their exodus from Egypt, miraculously crossed the river to claim their promised land, a moment celebrated in Jewish tradition as a testament to faith in divine providence. Furthermore, the river holds a sacred place in the Christian tradition, as it is widely believed to be the location where Jesus was baptized by John the Baptist, marking a pivotal event in the New Testament that symbolizes the beginning of Jesus' public ministry. This rich historical and spiritual legacy underscores the river's enduring significance across centuries and cultures. The recent uproar in Jordan and Israel was sparked by the unusual phenomenon of a pool of water next to the Dead Sea turning bright red. This alarming event evoked memories of biblical stories, particularly the plague of blood that occurred in Egypt when Aaron struck the Nile River, causing the waters to turn red, killing fish and making the water undrinkable. The Egyptians dug around the river in search of springs and found them tainted with blood. Both the Dead Sea and the Jordan River hold significant religious importance. Thus, the appearance of a red pool of water near these locations called to mind the biblical plagues. Revelation speaks of such plagues being sent in the world during the Battle of Armageddon. Prior to this incident, the Alexander River in Israel had also changed color and carried blood-like water, leading to a major environmental disaster that persisted for weeks. The Alexander River runs across Israel, from the hills of Naples on the West Bank to the mountains of Jerusalem. This river significantly impacted the people in Palestine and Israel, who relied heavily on its water, despite it being polluted. Their situation mirrors the experience of the Egyptians during the plague of blood in the 10 plagues of Egypt, when the Nile River turned to blood. The 10 plagues included water turning to blood, frogs, hail, locusts, darkness, and the killing of the firstborn children, all representing God's justice toward those who refused to accept it. Sodom and Gomorrah were infamous for their wickedness, populated by sinful inhabitants. As a result of the grievous sins committed by the residents, Abraham received a revelation from God that these cities would be destroyed.
Will you destroy the whole city for the lack of 5?
I will not destroy it.
Abraham pleaded with God to spare not only the righteous people living there, but also his own family. In response, God agreed to bargain with Abraham. Although God initially intended to destroy the cities, he promised to be merciful if Abraham could find 50 virtuous people living there. After reaching this agreement, the 2 angels, who appeared as men, were sent to Sodom. However, they faced opposition from a wicked crowd. When it was revealed that only Abraham's nephew Lot and his family were the good people in the cities, the angels warned Lot to flee Sodom immediately. The cities were destined to be destroyed by sulfur and fire as punishment for the sinful behavior of their inhabitants. The angels cautioned Lot and his family not to look back once they had left the city. Unfortunately, they did not heed this advice, and during the catastrophe, Lot's wife turned to look back at Sodom and was instantly transformed into a pillar of salt. Historically, Sodom and Gomorrah were believed to have been located beneath or near shallow waters south of Al-Hassan, a former peninsula in the central part of the Dead Sea. This peninsula now completely separates the northern and southern basins of the sea. The peninsula is thought to have been destroyed by an earthquake around 1900 BCE, which caused a massive geological rift extending southward from the Jordan River Valley to the Zambezi River system in eastern Africa. However, modern archaeologists have provided evidence that the area where these legendary cities once stood was fertile during the Middle Bronze Age, approximately between 2000 and 1550 BCE, due to the rich land and fresh water flowing into the Dead Sea. Mount Sodom, located at the southwestern end of the Dead Sea, derives its name from the biblical city of Sodom. Interestingly, the destruction associated with Sodom did not strip the Dead Sea of all its features. Despite its name, the Dead Sea is actually a hypersaline lake that was once part of a much larger ancient lake that extended into the Sea of Galilee. The Dead Sea, an intriguing body of water, derives its name primarily from the dramatic decline in water levels that commenced in the late 20th century and has persisted into the 21st century, significantly altering its landscape. This decline has resulted in a stark visual transformation. A broad expanse of dry land now divides the northern and southern basins of the lake. While the northern basin, often referred to simply as the Dead Sea, has retained its general dimensions, it has suffered a substantial reduction in water volume. This change has led to a steep drop-off along its shoreline, creating a striking contrast with the surrounding arid terrain. In close proximity to the Dead Sea, one can observe a curious red-hued lagoon, which draws parallels to the biblical account of the Plague of Blood. This vivid coloration adds an element of mystery and intrigue to the region, serving as a reminder of its historical and biblical significance. The unique environmental conditions and striking visuals of the Dead Sea and its surroundings continue to captivate visitors, making it a fascinating subject of study and exploration. Recent discussions among experts suggest that there may be a scientific explanation for the phenomenon of the blood red lagoon. Despite extensive research efforts, Fatih Al-Hamal, head of the Al-Kharati Council's Water and Architecture Committee, notes that the origins of the lagoon's unusual coloration are still under investigation. Marshall Meck, a spokesperson for the Jordan Ministry of Foreign Affairs, also indicates that the cause of this crisis remains unclear. Several theories have been put forward regarding the reasons behind the red hue of this isolated body of water. One hypothesis proposes that specific strains of bacteria and red algae, commonly found in hypersaline environments, could be contributing to the color change due to their reaction to light. However, this explanation does not fully account for why the lagoon's water has changed color while the surrounding waters have remained unaffected, particularly considering the area's consistent exposure to sunlight year-round. As of now, this strange phenomenon continues to puzzle scientists who are actively researching its root cause. What do you think about this mysterious red lagoon? Do you believe it might be a sign from God, or do you think there are scientific explanations for it? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications before you go. Thank you for watching.